Hello and welcome to the Game Changers podcast. My name is Jessica Isigran and with me today I have the lovely, amazing, beautiful, straight from Borås,
Jenny Larson, I'm here.
She's here.
Yay.
She's blonde, she's fun.
I'm fun and young, dumb.
Nej.
Nej. Yes,
No.
I'm so happy to be here today. It was
Yes.
a long time since we saw each other.
Yeah,
2
and
weeks.
welcome back to Sweden, Jenny.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
my darling. Yes, still a bit jet lagged.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A
But
little bit.
It's sorting itself out now.
And for those of you who don't know, Jenny has been to Sedona and she will tell you a little bit about that because I'm sure you are curious.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So you want me to tell them about that now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that now, you can do that later,
Yeah.
you can do it whenever you want, wherever
Yeah.
an hour.
Let's follow the flow.
Yeah.
No, but of course I would like to talk about that. It was a QHHT reunion.
Mm?
So it was Julia Cannon, Dolores Cannon's daughter, who arranged these beautiful gatherings. And you don't have to practice QHHT, you can just come. It's like a normal retreat where you do loads of fun stuff like sound healing, do meditation out in nature. We do group regression, which is something I do as well. And some channelings, ecstatic dance with face paint. And yeah, it's just play and fun and so transforming to be in such a loving atmosphere. So actually, I was thinking about that the other day, that it's like stepping into the 5D world that is going to, you know, that's already here really. And when you're in a gathering like that, you can really feel that. That, you know, everyone's like, oh, hi, I love you, you know, hugging and every session we start with 10 hugs, you know, like heart to heart, really. Oh, how are you today? Good morning, how are you today? So, you know, it's such a vibration, high vibration to be in that space with everyone. And then we add on Sedona on top of that. And I don't know how many of you have heard of Sedona, but it's a place in Arizona, in the United States, and it's like a giant vortex of energy. You almost feel it when you drive in, that it's like, ooh, what is this? You know, I didn't sleep like the 2 first nights. Of course, I was jet lagged as well, but I wasn't tired. I was just like, woo, 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 woo. I was so high energy. And Sedona is also a place where the most UFO sightings has been in the States. They've got thousands of UFO sightings. And I mean, you can Google it yourself on the internet and see Sedona UFO sightings and see what you think.
And you actually, you showed us some videos, Jenny.
Yes,
from
yes,
now,
yes.
when you came here.
One night we were out actually watching in the night sky, and there was like, it almost got boring because it was so many. And you don't, like, I spoke to some persons that have been there before, and they said, you know, an airplane looks like this, it goes in a straight line, and it's got red and green blinking, and you can see it quite easily.
Yes.
But if it's something else, it goes, you know, in a very irrational, illogical lines. It jumps here, jumps there, jumps here, jumps there, and all of a sudden it goes black. So I actually did some films, or did some just with my camera on the mobile, and you can actually see quite
It was really fun to watch them.
quite clearly that this is not an airplane.
No.
It's up in the sky and it's moving. It's not a star, because they're, you know, relatively in the same place.
Yes.
So it was just like a mind-blowing experience. But for me, that particular thing is not so, I mean, I don't think we're alone in the universe. So,
No.
so I mean, that would be more illogical to think that we are. But it was just I felt it was a massive upgrade for me, of course, to be both with my feet on the ground there, which I was told that is very important because I lived so many lifetimes in this area. So when I came there, I felt, oh, this is like home. And one thing that struck me is that it's really hot in Sedona.
It's really hot.
It's desert.
Yes.
Yeah. But I don't have any problems with that. I mean, I don't sweat, I don't, you know, it's like I'm used to it.
Yes.
You know, just
Yes.
walking around on the cliffs, and I was like, oh, you need to wear 50 sunscreen? I was like,
Yeah.
well, I use a hat and then, it's no problem for me. So of course, if I would be out all day, but it's really interesting. It struck me that I think I'm quite used to that kind of heat,
Yes.
and probably from many lifetimes there.
Mm. And that's, I mean, you enjoy going to Spain and you have no problem with
Yeah.
heat there? Either?
No. So for me, it was very special. I don't know if I said this on the podcast. I know I told you, but I took some stones from my lake, some magical stones. I placed them out on different vortexes in Sedona,
Mm-hmm.
and I took a stone from the vortex.
Oh.
So I exchanged stones. I didn't just take, but I exchanged stones. So I've got that beautiful high vibe, galactic energy with me home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also, I was told before I went there by actually our friend Maya in a QHHT session that you are supposed to reunite with the Hopi Indians when
Yes.
you're there, because
Yes.
that's what I think had the most lifetimes as.
Mm-hmm.
And a funny thing was that I realized in meditation when I came home was that I didn't actually meet a real Hopi Indian in this
Mhm.
life, but almost everyone that was called to this reunion has a parallel life as a Hopi Indian.
Mm.
So we were like a tribe of, maybe not Hopi all, but everyone has lived on that land. I'm very, very sure of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So it felt so good, and I know it was important to set my feet there because there was so much healing from those past lives. There's probably many, and such an upgrade and so inspiring to see so many people and just to imagine what a 5D world will look like in the future.
Yes.
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 So very happy. I'm still integrating a lot because
Yes.
there was a lot of sessions, a lot of healing going on, a lot of different insights, and but very, very happy about the whole experience.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes.
So on so many levels.
Yes.
But what struck me as well, Jenny, it's like, this, I just want to say that I don't think we don't need to go to a retreat to experience these energies. I think we can experience only by being together with other people. People we
Yes.
like. I mean, for example,
Yeah.
Jenny, when you had your...
In a mini format.
When you had your amazing celebration party in Spain last year, what a vibe that creates. And
Yes.
and when we had, when my middle son had his exam celebration last year, when you gather and when you kind of celebrate, that elevates your vibration.
Yes.
And I think that's what we noticed during these, when we had these 3-4 years or 2 years of the circus that we mentioned, that we call it.
Yeah.
That was taken away from humans, and we need together and do things together and have fun together. So that's just, I mean, it's important.
Yes.
We need to have more fun.
Yes, we do.
And it's easier to have fun together with other people.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's harder when you're on your own.
Yeah.
We have talked about that before.
Yes.
You can like watch something on YouTube, but you can never get this vibration that you create together.
No. And the laughs you get together when you get together, and we share something fun together.
Yeah.
It's not the same when you do it on your own. So it's like, but it's
very important.
I mean, I've seen the pictures from Sedona, Jenny, and the films that you shared on social media. I mean, it looks like an amazing place.
Yes, it is. It is definitely.
Are you going back?
I don't know.
No.
Whatever the
universe but it's not
wants.
Like you say, I have to go back, but you like.
No, I know this was a lot of healing and closure for me.
Yes.
So at one point I was actually crying. We were in meditation. I was crying and I was looking at the red rock, and my tears fell down, on the rock and dried up. And that was it was huge for me, It was like healing the land, because obviously there's been a lot of fighting there as well.
Yes.
And my past lives and everyone else's past lives, and it was so powerful to be there. So in that case, it was just like I knew I wanted to go straight away. Yes.
When you heard about the retreat.
Yes. So my soul told me to go.
Yes.
Yes.
And it was the
Yes,
same with
I know.
Hawaii. I mean, you've been to Hawaii as well, so it's like, yeah, we see what our souls takes us, and it's when we get this. I just have to go there.
Yes.
That feeling is something that you should act upon. Should you don't have to do anything, but it's like your soul. I don't think our soul is more tydlig.
Clear. Yeah.
It's more-
Translation going on.
Yeah, I think our soul is super clear when it comes to these things.
Yes.
We can't miss them.
And that's funny because we're going to talk a little bit about that today.
Yes.
Soul guidance and, intention, how
Yes.
important is intention
Yes.
or not.
Yes.
We're going to inspired action.
Yes.
How important is that?
Mhm.
We've got some thoughts about that.
Yes.
Because our recent spring here has been a lot of realizations for both me and Jessica. And it almost sets our head on a spin.
Yes, it does.
Because it's sort of hard to wrap your brains around how that works, really.
Yes, we love having these discussions.
Yes.
We really love watching, looking at it from different perspectives. And actually, if you listen to my podcast, if there are any Swedes here, if you listen to my podcast Torsdagar med Jessica, on the last episode, I spoke about, is everything predestined? Yes, and there are many people who reach out after that episode because they find it wow. And on that episode, I just channeled everything that came through. But it's connected to what we've been looking into, Jenny, and it's mind blowing when you look into it.
Yes, it is.
It's like totally logic and also makes you crazy thinking about it.
Yes. Yeah, so we're going to talk a little, because that's been, since we've also before talked about the surrender experiment here.
Yes.
Michael Singer,
Mm-hmm.
and how he, in his total surrender in his life, just turned out amazing without him having like huge goals or visions.
No.
He just wanted to meditate.
Yeah.
And then everything happened.
That was his goal.
That was
to
his goal and
meditate.
intention, yes. And there happened a million other things that was amazing for his soul and his journey. So yeah, so that's been, like the basis, and then we have expanded around that and been thinking around that.
Yes.
Yes. But before we talk about that, I just want to mention.
Yes, your retreat.
Yes.
Yes.
Talking about gathering together, I love that more than anything, to have my tribe or our tribe come to my place. I've had 2 retreats last summer, 1-day retreat, and I'm going to have one the 30th of June. So if you're in Sweden, nearby Borås, it's called.
Borås. There actually is a song that is it's from the New York, but it's like
Borås instead.
It's Borås.
There actually is one.
Yes.
Yes. So we will link that if you're interested in the podcast. It's going to be an amazing day. I also bought a drum in Sedona.
Wow. Yeah, you're going to use that on that retreat.
Yes, that's going to be used. Yes, it's going to be a lot of healing.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be easy yoga. It's going to be swimming in the lake if you want to. Beautiful food. And just hanging out together.
Yes.
Raising the bar.
Yeah, the food is vegan and gluten-free, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, and organic.
Yes.
As far as it can.
Yes. It might be actually food from my own garden because I'm growing spinach.
Oh, homegrown too.
Spinach now.
I saw that in your stories.
Yeah. Coming up a lot of spinach. There might be spinach for you if you want to come. Anyways, you're very, very welcome.
If you want to spin.
If you want to spin. 30th of June is a Sunday. It will be a beautiful day because the universe will always fix that for me.
Yes. Wouldn't it be fun?
Wouldn't it be fun if it was a sunny day?
Yes.
And one of my retreats last year, actually, it was raining until 10 o'clock when my retreat started.
Yes.
Sky opened up. And the night time it started raining again.
Yes.
So I count on the universe.
Yes. Yes.
Good.
Yeah. We will talk about this today as well. Like kind of how the universe fix things for us when it's meant to be.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
So,
and then we get so happy.
Yeah.
And then when universe fix things that are not meant to be, we get so depressed.
Yeah, like your ego doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have expectations or you want things to be a certain way. And that we learned the hard way.
Yes.
This spring, at least speaking for myself.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Yeah. I speak for myself. Yes. Yeah.
No, but honestly, it's like drop the expectations. It sounds easy, but it isn't. Yeah, it sounds easy.
Now we're going to start speaking honestly all of a sudden.
Honestly.
Yeah, okay, honestly.
We're going to
now
be honest.
Here, for once.
This will be called the Honest Pod.
The Honest Podcast is coming out.
Yes.
No, but this is, and we had a beautiful lunch before. We had some vegan nice ice cream, and we started talking about this, about the universe, how the universe fixes everything for us, how the universe got our back in all instances.
Yes.
All instances.
Yes.
And then we started talking about, well, what about our intentions and our visions? Who decides that?
Exactly. Who decides? Because, I mean, there are a lot of talk about manifestation.
Yeah.
If you watch this or listen to this podcast, I'm 100% sure that you have heard about manifestation and know about manifestation. There's so many people who says, I manifested this, I've been doing it, I do it, I manifested that. But honestly, are we really manifesting anything, or is it just our ego who wants to believe that we do?
That could be.
Because if we listen to the surrender experience, which really resonates so much with me, it's like, how can I even think that I create anything in this world?
Exactly.
I can't even think that.
No.
I'm just a part of something bigger.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
And the spiritual sort of mantra that you create your reality.
Yes.
Is also a bit of a mindfuck.
It is.
Because yes, we do.
Yes.
But from a soul level.
Yes.
From a soul level we do it. And like we've said before, and you talking about your podcast, is everything predestined? And I answer yes to that.
She knows the answer.
I know the answer because I've heard it in QHHT sessions. We asked that in your session last time.
Yes.
Is everything, and you said yes.
Yes, I said yes.
You said yes, or your higher self said yes. And the beautiful answer as well was that, but you can choose your life experience.
Exactly.
Do you choose to walk in the light, or do you choose to walk in the darkness?
Yes. Which is really important.
Yes.
Like, so you can complain about everything. You can complain about the weather, the price at your store. You can complain about the person ahead of you who drives too slow, according to your opinion. We can complain about everything.
Yes.
I mean, even there are people, who always seem to have so much bad luck in their lives, and they see the bad thing in every good thing that happened. It's like, now I have 3 good things in a row. Now something bad has to come. Like, so I totally agree with that. That we create our reality in that way.
Yes.
But on a higher level, do we really create that?
I was like, yes, but isn't that just the ego being, throwing a tantrum?
Yes.
But because it's the ego that's unhappy. It's the ego that's impatient.
Yes.
It's the ego that's I didn't get it my way this time.
Whereas
the soul says, this is great. I get to learn how to handle my anger. I get to learn how to be patient. I get to learn that I have no control over things. For instance.
Yes. Yeah, my soul loves to put me in situations when there are very slowly going cars just ahead of me. And we are the only cars as long as you can see.
And there comes
and there's this slow car. And I have realized now, so I'm always like, okay, I'm exercising my
patience.
I'm exercising my patience. Thank you. But apparently I'm not there yet because they are still sending me the
You still get slow cars.
I still get slow cars.
I love that.
So, but I mean, I used to be like so annoyed about it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. sorry. No, but so that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So my soul, okay, you still need to
practice that.
Practice this.
But I wanted to bring up, Jessica, what we came to talk about, which is, I think is really interesting, is if we take the house that I live in now, for instance. I have always said that that's a very deliberate manifestation.
Yes, she has.
Because I drew a little thing, a little painting in my little books, and I wrote that I'm gonna have a house by the lake, and and I visualized it, and I did it.
Did you did that for like
6 months maybe?
Yeah,
and
every day or every night or once a day?
Yeah, something like that, more or less.
Yes.
More or less.
Very actively.
Very actively thinking about it without attachment, actually, because I was still playful. I was like, ooh, wonder where I'm gonna live around the lake. That's gonna be exciting to see. But
and I saw that because you were like, it wasn't like
I knew it.
I knew the house, so it was like and we were visiting you in your old house. There was we said something about something, and well, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to live here forever anyway. It was
exactly.
I'm going to have my lake house.
Yes.
So that you were really a childlike.
I
it was
handled
like
that
Santa
very well.
Claus.
I handled that very well, actually.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing then is that, okay, so.
And you manifested the house in like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And it was
something
exactly because you had drawn a lake like this and the house in the middle of the lake.
In the middle of the lake, yeah.
Just by
halfway.
The sea.
Yeah.
Nothing in between, no roads or anything.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you live now.
Yeah.
So it's really crazy.
I should have drawn a little bit bigger house.
Yeah, you should.
60 square meters. But that's fine, because I got to get rid of a lot of stuff.
Yes.
A lot of energy. And that was all meant to be.
Yes.
But the important or interesting question here is, who creates the desire?
Yes. Exactly.
Who creates the desire?
Did she really manifest this?
Yeah.
I mean, did you manifest it by doing these things, or was it meant to be, and your soul was only showing this to you? That is so interesting.
Yeah. And if I did nothing, would it still have happened?
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
Yeah. Or did the whole the whole visualization, writing about it, did that speed it up?
Yes.
That's also a question we don't know. Because
it's quite hard to test it.
Yes, we can't test it again because I don't want to move.
No.
But the thing is, I mean, the way I look at it now is that, okay, my soul wanted me by the water, because water is very important to me. Water is very healing, water is very grounding when you swim in it.
Yes.
Also, this house is right in the middle of nowhere. It's just forest behind, big stones, very, very, close to nature. So my soul wanted me there. So of course, I think this was predestined. Yes. So what's the whole point of the manifestation?
Yes.
Why did I sit and draw?
Yes.
Or should it have happened anyway?
Or was it your soul guiding you to do the drawing because you needed to, on some level? I mean, like we said, we need to take some action in the 3D world. And the thing was that you had been to the cinema or something?
Yeah, we were looking at the performance from my daughter. Yeah. And we had to go in the back with my dad's wheelchair, and that's when we passed the house in the window. Otherwise, if my dad wasn't in a wheelchair because he just had a stroke, we would have gone in the front. Yeah. And we wouldn't have seen this house.
Yeah, you passed, there was a sign that this house was for sale. That's what you passed.
And I didn't see it. Martin saw it. He was like, look, there's your house.
Yes. And you've been talking about, so if you hadn't been talking about it, Martin wouldn't have reacted like that, for example.
No, because I planted the idea.
Yes,
with him
you
as
planted the idea.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting. It's so interesting
how it happens. Yeah. And the question is, if I didn't really take any action, would it have happened anyway?
Exactly. Exactly. But it was
And
the
this
same.
is where we start thinking.
Yes, and you know we haven't shared this to you people if you only speak English, but the way Jenny and I met, or did we do it on the first episode when we started? No, we didn't do that. Or
I
did
don't
we?
know.
No, but anyway, we were guided, both of us, to attend a painting course. Yes,
Yes.
and that's where we met
Yes.
and reunited.
After 25 years.
After 25 years,
Yes.
we haven't seen each other for 25 years. No,
No.
contact, no whatsoever.
No.
And then we reunited there,
Yes.
and then, you know, the
Hello
rest is
happened.
the rest is
Hello
yeah,
happened.
and the
so
rest
much.
is history.
Yes.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
So I guess that I'm quite sure that you and I would have met in another place if we didn't meet there. But it
Yes.
was like it was kind of aligned. It was divine. It was destined to happen.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if I don't know if it's in Dolores' book or if it's in Michael Newton's books, it's like how I have understood it is that when we are on the other side, we have before we go into our physical body, we have a meeting, a gathering with the other souls that we are going to meet in our lives, and we talk about different signs. So when you see this sign, pay attention because that's when we're going to meet again.
Yes.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
probably that was decided as well.
Yes. Yes. Obviously, that was decided because we know now that we are here to support each other
Yes, 100%.
and to expand each other
Yes,
and to also spread the light to, you know, more people. And we know during the circus, as you said, we supported a lot of people that didn't feel that lonely.
yes,
So there's been a purpose the whole time for
Yes.
us being together.
yes, and it was so perfect because I think one thing, Jenny, is, and the listeners and the viewers, is that since we had this base together, we went to the same school, we had the same friends,
Same boyfriend.
same boyfriends, not at the same time.
No, not at the same time.
Different periods, but we had a lot of same boyfriends actually when we look back.
A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them. And I think that when we reunited, we had our soul has made it so that we instantly felt that there was a deeper trust. That's exactly that's what I felt. We trusted each other because we had this background.
Yes.
Because we were going to do a lot of things together. We were going to host retreats together, start the podcast. So in order to feel like, yeah, we can do this together, I think it was good that we had that kind of trust. That everything was in
That's
perfect
amazing
order.
how we,
Yes,
how we planned that.
How we planned that.
Yes.
And we also needed to go through our experience, but not together. But now we're supposed to work together.
Yes.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers in a little bit of water. Yes, but this is so interesting. And I want to hear now, I feel I can mention this. I had a QHHT session yesterday, and this woman was actually channeling her guides, and there was a lot of extraterrestrial. It was such a crazy session. I never had a session.
No, but that was actually probably planned since you have been to Sedona.
Yeah. The first
you wouldn't have been ready for this if it was your first session.
No. First entity that came through was blue and very tall, big head, big eyes, long arms, you know. And she described exactly little nose holes and, you know, feet feel very big, like, you know, Donald Duck. And I was like, all right. Throw that script out of the, you know, you just go with the flow.
Yes.
And one of these entities were saying that right at the end, and I also took this as a galactic entity somewhere, they refused to say where they were from because it's not important. Just trust. So, and they said that, you know, you think you're doing a lot of stuff. You know, you think you're doing things to move things forward.
Yeah, like we are
we are creating everything and
manifesting.
Yeah, manifesting. And, you know, you think you're doing, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. And this is important for your experience because that's what Earth's for.
Yes.
You know, you do stuff, you know. But you're really not in control of anything. The energy on Earth right now, and with the extraterrestrial presence, which I said as well, is just increasing. There are so many beings here to help us now. With that energy increasing, you're gonna change whether you want it or not. You're gonna change, your body's gonna change. And I was like, okay, can we do anything to help our bodies? They were like, well, it's gonna change, you know. So you just go with the flow, you know. So that is so interesting. I think, you know, basically what this entity said was like, well, this doing thing, you know, yeah, you believe that you're doing things, but things are moving along anyways, you know, just what, you know, what they're supposed to be on your journey. So I was like, okay. So then that screws up this whole, you know, inspired action, manifestation, I create my reality.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It does. And I think it's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Is
analogy. No, analogy. Yeah. It's fun with English.
Yeah,
we love it.
Very fun. It's that when you are when you have a job, and when you resign from that job, everything continues like you had never been there. In a couple of weeks or something. And it's the same when we leave Earth. Of course, the people around us that were close to us get sad, and we miss them and things like that. But the world continues anyway. The flowers continue to bloom, the trees. So it's like everything. I think that we think, our ego think that we are responsible for so much more things than we actually are. I mean,
and the universe and the soul is actually already laid everything out for us.
Yes. So we're just here to surrender. Surrender, to choose to walk in the light or in the dark. And whatever happens. That our soul has prepared for us. In this life. And I'm not saying that it's easy, but it's simple. Just surrender.
Easier said than done.
So the meaning of life is just surrender.
Just surrender. But then we have the inspired action thing, Jessica, that comes a little bit. But I'm starting to think now that, I mean, the inspired action as well is also, I mean, it's also to make our life experience more fun. I mean,
we are supposed to have fun.
We're supposed to have fun. We are supposed to experience things.
Yes, exactly.
And when you feel inspired, you should is not the right word, but take action.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I like to study children, because if we watch them, they wake up in the morning. They love waking up. They do things that they love.
Dogs, same thing.
Dogs. We were talking about this before, but they do the things when it's fun. They do them. When it's boring, they stop doing them. They laugh. It's like
they?
As a grown.
They wag their tail.
Yes. As adults, we
stop laughing.
We get a bit boring, I think. And we
Start
complicate.
taking things too seriously.
We take things too seriously and complicate it, because I'm 100% sure, because someone is, but if we're supposed to surrender, am I just supposed to sit in my sofa all day and just eat chocolate? No, because we are here to experience. And I think that's something that I've been thinking about. Like, I do not like putting labels on myself or anyone, but some people use the label light workers, for example. And there can be, the ego can take over there as well. When you're like, well, I don't want to be in this world. It's like I'm a little too good for this world.
I'm in 5D now.
I'm in 5D. But your soul placed you here because you're going to go through this and experience this here now.
Exactly. Exactly. So that is very true. But I think also the inspired action thing, we need to get back to that.
Yeah, back.
Because
she wants to talk about the
I
inspired
want to
action.
talk about
Yeah,
inspired
yeah.
action.
Go
And
ahead.
I was thinking about, and we were talking about this,
Talk about the inspired
this
action.
before. I'm
Sorry.
taking inspired action now. No,
To
but
talk about inspired actions. She's inspired.
I'm
I'm
inspired
sorry.
to talk about
I'm
that.
sorry, Jenny.
You don't have to be sorry. Everything's
I
just
tried to.
perfect.
I tried to.
Everything's just perfect, Jessica.
And Jenny's like,
You
why
learned your
did I
lesson.
choose Jessica as my
No.
podcast partner?
No, I just surrender.
Yes.
No, but the thing is that we were talking about, like you said, should I lock myself in and just sit and meditate? And, well, you can do that if that is what you want.
Yes. Yes.
You can do that.
Yes.
But normally our soul will, like, for instance, this Sedona trip, I knew I wanted to go.
Yes.
My ego tried to talk me out of it, say it's expensive, it's a long trip, blah, blah, blah. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I choose to take action, and then I choose to experience stuff there.
Yes. Yes.
So, and of course, all this makes the life experience so much more fun.
Yes.
And we get to, interact and stuff like that. But the question is, I come back to this, you think you're doing.
Yes.
It's just, I mean, and it's such, for me, it's been such an exhale since this actually landed, with the surrender, with the, and where I want to get to, I guess, is that I think we overemphasize the doing thing. Of course, take action if it's fun, if it's feel 100. I mean, we've all felt that when it's 100% right. I have to do this, have to, in quotes. I really want to do this. I feel like this. Then it's your soul speaking through you, in my opinion, and there's something there for you. But I think we overemphasize our control. I think we overemphasize the effects of our actions.
Yes.
And partly because the society is built up in doing, not being. I mean, being is you can't just be. You have to do things to get somewhere.
Yes, exactly. It's more like the manic manifestation that you can do. You can create things, but you will get exhausted instead of just lay back, land. What do I want to do today? And take inspired
Focus on
actions.
your vibration.
Yes.
Gratitude.
Yes.
Those kind of things, and really land in that when you do that, things can come to you, or your soul can open up that much easier.
Yes. Let things come more, like in the receiving energy.
Yes.
More than the
do. And then, if you go through patches like both you and I have had this spring, just to know that, and I'm sure that you know that too, that this is happening for a reason. There is still some learning, like you with the slow cars there, Jessica. I mean, there is still something here. This universe is mirroring something to me. That if I'm gonna evolve to the next level, I need to look at this.
Yes. I will never evolve to the next level.
So, let me know when the slow cars stop coming.
Yes, I will.
And I know you're
Then I
risen in vibration.
I'm on a total other level.
No, but it's so relieving, I think, to have this.
It is.
Of course, do things when you feel inspired, but also know when things are moved in your way. Like we had today, we had a lunch.
Yes. This is so. Yes.
Yeah, you can tell us.
Yeah, I'm going to tell about that.
Yeah.
We have this amazing friend Therese. She has been on the podcast once or twice.
1 second.
Okay, once, yeah. But it's a friend of ours. We love her very much. We love you, Therese. And Therese and I have been having these online fikas quite regularly for a while now. And we were supposed to have one of these fikas today. And last week she was telling me that she had a meeting coming up, so maybe we could have our fika a little bit later than was planned. And I was, no problem for me. It's no problem. I have nothing planned the entire day, so no problem for me. And this weekend I was talking to you, Jenny, and I was like, maybe we can we can meet up on Wednesday and record a podcast. And actually, it's not our podcast recording day today. It's the next Wednesday. But I was like, yeah, we can do that.
Well, I've been away and we haven't seen each other.
No, we wanted to
We
see
were
each other. We
missing
wanted
each
to
other.
meet up again.
Yes.
So, yeah. And then I realized, oh, I have booked my fika with Therese. So I was like, Therese, is it okay if Jenny joins us? And he's like, of course. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And you
We're
were fine
friends
with it too? You were
Yeah.
fine with it too?
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, great. And then what happened? Charlie woke up this morning and didn't feel well at all. So
Your son.
my son,
someone
yeah,
who's
my
a-
son,
yeah.
my son, my 10-year-old son. So we decided that he can stay home today, and then I wouldn't want to be in a meeting, in a lunch meeting, because we had to prepare lunch for him and eat together.
Mm.
So I said to Therese, I'm sorry, we can't have that fika today, that lunch fika thing today.
Yeah.
And she was, oh, thanks universe, because today is such a busy day, so it works perfect to me.
Yeah.
And that's just one
Yeah.
episode. It has happened so many of these, and that's still in my life. And
We had one when we had our community online.
Yes.
We had it was a Tuesday. I think both of us got ill. I got
Yes.
toothache and you were ill, like had some fever or something. And we were like, oof, we have to move it.
Yes.
So we moved it until the Sunday, then the same week. And my dog Sanchez passed away on the Saturday. And it was sad, but it was totally expected. He was 16 and he stopped eating and stopped drinking, and I knew he was going to go. So he passed away on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday we have our community gathering, and this man, when we chat there, we have a meditation or something, and when we chat, he's like, I got this dog with me. I don't know which dog it is, but it looks like this, I was like, oh my god, that's Sanchez. Oh, I get chills now talking about him. He's here now as well. And that was so, of course, really emotional for me, and so meant to be.
Yes.
So it was just meant for me to get this comfort on the Sunday after having this dog for 15 years, and it was so dear to my heart. So that was just all meant to be. And instead of, we could have gone, oh my god, we can't do this, we're letting our community down, and we just, but we just went with the flow.
Yes.
Had it on Sunday, this beautiful magical thing happened, and it was perfect.
And so it was so much healing on that gathering.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks to this.
Yes.
That happened. So it was planned.
It was very planned.
Yes. It was planned on a level that we couldn't plan it.
Yes. Exactly.
Because it's like, I think that was maybe, was that the only time, or maybe it was another time when we had to, but otherwise we've been having this community for, wasn't it 1 and 2 years or something, more than 2 years, and never missed
one single gathering.
No,
we were always
never
there.
missed, yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
this
was
time both of
fascinating.
us, no, I can't do it, and you couldn't do it either because you were in so much pain. So it's just like, okay, let's do it on Sunday instead.
Yes.
So
yeah. So this is just to say that we have very little control, and if you surrender to what happens and don't fight against it.
Don't fight against it, and trust that there is something bigger going on. And some has happened quite a few times for me actually, is that I'm in a rush in the morning, I'm coming out to the car, and I realize I don't have my car key or something else that I forgot, get a bit annoyed, goes back, get the things, drive away, and then there has been a car accident just the minute before I was there. So that has happened so many times. So now when it happens now, I just, okay, fine.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Yes, it's great.
It's like, even when I realized that I forgot the keys or something, I just, okay, it was meant to be. So I think that's when we talk about this, like we can go through life and we can resist everything and be annoyed and pissed off with everything that happens, or we can just surrender and trust that actually we can't control anything.
No, that's already got it planned. But then I want to throw in another piece here, and we sort of touched on it, but this power of intention, we talk about that a lot as well.
Yes.
On the spiritual community.
A power of intention.
The power of intention. So my question is, like I had a colleague in Sedona that always says, wouldn't it be fun if? And then she fills in the blank with
Yes.
something.
Mm-hmm.
And then just trust that, no attachment, just trust that whatever happens.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, how does that affect the whole
Exactly.
journey, the whole
Exactly.
manifestation, the whole...
Mm-hmm. And is it her soul who planted the seed in her?
Yeah.
Or is it her ego who created it?
Exactly.
Probably the soul, because our ego is just not that smart.
No, and the ego is the only one that has attachment.
Yes.
I mean, and the ego is the only one in rush.
Yes.
So, and the soul is probably, if you release all attachment,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is probably the soul speaking.
Probably yes.
Wouldn't it be fun if?
Yes, if you really can land in that,
Yeah.
release all expectations.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, wouldn't it be fun if I had like 2 QHHT sessions every week? I love QHHT sessions. And then I throw it out there and it's like...
Yes.
So the question is, Jessica, that I would like you to answer, how much does that affect the future?
Yes.
Or the now? I mean, it's the now.
Yes.
So if we take 2 parallel
Yes.
timelines, here's one where I say, wouldn't it be fun if, and here I don't say anything. Is the timeline the same anyway?
Yeah.
Or does it accelerate because I throw in an attention now?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. But I don't know, but maybe it could be something about the resisting energy.
Mm-hmm.
If you resist what happens,
Mm-hmm.
because if we read those books by
Singer.
no, not Singer, no, it was the Michael Newton or
Okay.
yeah. That for example, if I go through life and something really hard happens that my soul has decided, but then my ego, my personality thinks this is too hard. I'm gonna end my life. So I end my life, and then when I come to the other side, it's like, well, yeah, but you need to go through this lesson, so you have to do it in your next life because you didn't do it now.
Yes.
So I think that when we resist things on a daily basis, then maybe things takes longer than they're supposed to be or take.
100%.
For the next day.
Yeah.
That's what or
100%.
or you kind of like take yourself out of this movie, or what you call
Yeah.
life is. I mean
This
that's
screenplay.
the
of
screenplay.
events.
If you take it to the other level, like the another extreme there, if you choose to take your life,
Yeah.
it's like no,
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here now.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with that.
Because then it will take longer, because you have to go into a new body and you have to do this thing again.
Yeah.
So maybe
Exactly.
that's the thing, that when you resist.
Yeah. But if I'm in a place where I am now,
Yeah.
where I don't resist that much,
No.
I accept most things that
Yay!
happen.
Woo!
It's the universe and my soul guiding me. And I choose to say one day, wouldn't it be fun if I had 2 QHHT sessions each week? And the other person here,
Yes.
no resistance,
Yes.
but I utter the words.
Yes.
Does it change the timeline?
Yeah, that's so.
I was hoping you were going to answer this
No,
one.
it would be more fun if it does. Because then our ego, our personality, I think we'll find it a little bit more fun here.
Yeah.
To be
Because
like a
my
magician.
soul loves QHHT.
Yes.
So if I get to do more QHHT, my soul is going to be like,
Ooh.
with
Yeah.
no attachment, of course.
No.
So that if I don't get a week with 2 QHT sessions, I just go, okay.
No. And when you speak it out, maybe you kind of create it like faster.
Yes. That's what
The power of the spoken word.
Yes, I and you also put the energy out there. So that's sort of how I think right now.
Yes.
It can change next week. But
Yes.
that's sort of, I think that you can't really decide, but you can maybe accelerate
Yes.
the process. Maybe.
Yes.
Just like you're talking about with the resistance. If you
Mhm.
don't resist, you're also gonna accelerate the process.
Yes.
If you walk in the light,
Yes.
instead of being negative, dark,
Yes.
thinking everything is shit,
Yes.
you can also accelerate the process.
Yes. 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 Yes.
But the process is still, the big things are still gonna happen
Mm.
to you because it's already planned out,
Mm.
you already got the path,
Mm.
but
So you think that if you say these things, maybe then you will start having 2 sessions a week now instead of in 6 months, for example.
Maybe.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you choose to think right now.
Yeah.
It sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, but I think that's a part of it as well. That we're supposed to have fun when we're here
Yes,
too.
of course. And then
Create and use our imagination
yeah.
and create things and
Yeah.
yeah. I like to think, Jenny and the listeners and the viewers, that we are like co-creators with the universe. It's like,
Yeah.
I got this analogy to me.
Mhm. Yes,
Keep
whatever
thinking
you
about
want to
it.
call it.
Yeah.
Anal orgy. Anal orgy. Sorry.
If we see the water as the universe, you love water, Jenny?
I love water.
Yeah. Okay. So if I swim, the water will carry me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I will.
It will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will get forward in life. But I can also choose to just relax, deeply relax,
Mm.
and the
Float.
sea. Yeah, float. The sea will carry me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
So it carries me when I take action, aligned action. I mean, swimming is
Yeah.
an aligned action in the water.
Yeah.
And also when I just relax, it will carry me. But it will not carry me when I start panicking, fighting the element.
Mm.
Then I will drown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I would try to say is
You
like,
will be carried.
yeah.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yes, you will be carried. It's like one of my mentors, he says it's like universe is like the wind behind your wings when you fly.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
So when you take aligned actions, the universe will carry you and things will be more flowy and fun and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So if Jenny thinks it's fun to say, wouldn't it be fine if I can have 2 QHHT sessions a week? Then it's like, oh yeah, she's having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Let's
have more of that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I can do that experiment and I can,
Yeah.
can come back to that.
Yeah, but it's like when we talk about joy and that's one of the highest vibrations. And when we feel joy, we can also handle everything much easier, whatever happens. So I mean, why not do the things that you think is fun at the moment?
Yeah,
When I
exactly.
say this to myself, I have fun, and you open up more possibilities.
And also remember that I think now as well, it's good to throw in that everything is spiritual. So
Yes.
even if you're at a job where you're like, oh, I don't want to be here long term, I don't like it, you can still practice the surrender. You can still say that, you know, okay, I have this day in front of me right now, I'm going to have as much fun as possible where I am right now.
Yes.
Not to forget that, because that's been also a big lesson
Yes.
for us,
Yes.
that there is nothing that is better or worse.
No.
It's the perspective, it's the how you handle the things that come at you. Resist, or do you just take a deep breath and wonder, okay, what am I learning from this? Relaxed and exhaling. And it's so much easier to navigate life in that state.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
But sometimes it's not easy to like put your ego aside, of course.
No.
It's not easy. But life gets more flowy and
Yeah.
it's,
Exactly. And I mean the ego, like it is here to keep us safe. there are, you know, there are situations where we really need the ego, and there are situations where the ego is driving us forward and, you know, helping us. But it's when it takes over.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that has been, you know,
Yes.
dictating my life.
Yes.
That's when it becomes problematic.
Yes.
And
when
you start attaching to different things.
Yes.
This is exactly how it should be. If not, I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
That's the. So I mean, it's just, you know, to bring your ego with you and just, yeah, okay, you're here. Thanks for being here. You protected me a lot, but right now,
Yes.
step aside.
Yes. So the question is still there. How should we do about intentions?
Yes.
No, but I think it makes things more fun.
Yeah, it makes things more fun.
Yes.
And if you feel that it's fun, it is coming from your soul.
It is coming from your soul, and if you speak it, I think it's like it gets quicker.
It might accelerate the energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, like, for example, when we met Jenny, what I was doing before that, I was like sending out to the universe that I wanted some new friends in my life who were like open to spirituality. Good looking, you know,
funny,
all the things,
intelligent,
yeah, you know,
beautiful,
yeah, you know, yeah. I sent that out to the universe, and
then
when
I showed up.
Yeah, then Jenny, and actually Maya as well. She showed up. Jenny and Maya showed
let's
up.
Give her some credit.
Yeah, she gets some credit. Yeah, and since that idea, that seed had been put in me, I could be grateful when I found them, because otherwise I might not have realized that here they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Here
then they just showed up like, woohoo!
Yeah, here they are, and
our souls planned it, but
yes,
if your soul wouldn't have told you and put it in your consciousness, then you wouldn't have been grateful.
Exactly.
It's exactly the same with my house.
Yeah. Yes.
If I just moved there, maybe, you know, a house, let's go. Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
But now I was consciously manifesting it.
Yes.
When it finally manifested.
Yes. And
I was extremely grateful and happy and
yes. And also, if your soul hadn't kind of put that seed within you about the house, when you pass the house, the sign with a house for sale, you wouldn't have reacted to it.
No.
So it's like, yeah, I think everything is, we get this from our soul, and this is what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So if it feels aligned, if it feels, I mean, it makes you happy when you think about it, it's something that you want from a soul level, it's like, it's gonna happen.
Yes.
I'm 100% sure it's gonna happen sooner or later.
Yes.
And what you can
later,
do is
maybe if there's some lessons on the way.
Yeah, later you can question it, or your ego can take over, and you might resist, because, I mean, okay, this house, but I mean, Jenny, you have to make some quite important and maybe difficult decisions as well to move there, because it was very much smaller than the house you had before, and the market wasn't that stable, so were you able to sell your old? I mean, you have to go through, you could have made a decision not to do it because out of fear.
Yes.
And then you wouldn't have had your house.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Very true, very true.
Yes.
So, yes.
But would the house have arrived anyway later then?
Probably,
yeah.
But I think you had a great point there, actually, Jessica. With you did.
Actually, I had one great point.
Actually, one great
point.
What
do you think about it?
No, but the soul planting it in our consciousness, which makes us much more grateful when it arrives.
Yes.
Like in the case of you and I meeting,
yes.
Or because I wasn't that grateful. No.
Because she didn't plan that. She was like, what am I gonna do with this person in my life? It's a bit annoying.
No, but it's got a point.
Yeah.
I mean, and it also strengthens you, of course, when you plant the seed,
Mhm.
I mean, when I see that, okay, I got this little drawing that I made of my house, and it
Mm.
actually manifested exactly. And I mean, it was the same with the house in Spain. It
Mm.
manifested exactly.
Yes, yeah.
So I mean, of course, that strengthens your confidence in
Mhm.
this life, in this 3D experience.
Of course.
That
and
you
the
can.
trust.
Yeah,
also
the
the
trust.
confidence and also the trust.
Yeah, that you can create, in quotes, becomes very complicated now.
Yes, it is.
That, you know, you see that, okay, this happened,
Yes.
and I was doing some things.
Yes.
But now that we know that it's all planned.
This is a very deep philosophical discussion.
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 Yeah.
Discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we must say that now, that it would be great to hear your reflections on this topic.
Yes,
Because
please.
I mean, we do not have all the answers. These are all reflections where we are right now.
Yes.
Our experiences. Please, this is a topic that I would love to hear your comments on.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So if you're on YouTube, please write a comment. And if you are listening on the podcast, please send a DM on Instagram.
Yeah.
The Game Changers podcast. Please.
Yes.
We will
Love to hear.
love
what
to
you think.
hear. What do you think about
Yeah,
these things?
because we know that our audience is very, very wise.
Yes.
And have been through their own experiences. You
Yes.
have been through, you know, your manifesting experiences, and maybe similar to the surrender. You know, please share with
Yes.
us. We'd love that, and that would help others as well.
And probably you listen to. Probably you've been thinking about these things as well.
Yes.
Or otherwise, this is like life showing it to your universe that it's time to think about it. It's quite fun because there is a podcast that I've been listening to for years now, and then I had a couple of, I don't know, maybe a year that I didn't listen, and then I started to listen, and she is in the exactly same place like I am, as I am, talking about these things, the surrender thing.
Yeah. It's quite interesting
Yes.
how it happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Okay, my dear.
And I just want to finish one thing.
Yeah.
It was with the same with the surrender book that came into perfect timing in our lives, because I was in a program and one of the other participants mentioned this, and I just that sounds interesting. And then I needed to hear it, like I heard it when I heard it the second time, because I re-listened to the recording, and then I should check it out. And then I think you mentioned it or something, or maybe I mentioned,
Yes.
I don't remember, but you were like, you had that book.
Yeah.
You've been reading it before.
Yeah.
So
And I just got the message to read it again.
yes.
So that's what we were talking. Oh,
Yeah.
you're so crazy. You got it
Yes.
too. Yeah.
Yes. So we've been diving into that now. So.
Yeah. For a reason.
For a reason.
Yeah.
So it's like the onion we talk about. You think that you have arrived, but you haven't.
No.
Something new. Something new to discover and realize. Yeah. But that's
Yeah. That's the life journey.
It's a life
beautiful
journey.
life journey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So please let us know how this lands for you.
Mm.
We love to hear from you.
We love it.
Yes.
And we love you. We love you. We love you. And thank you for being here with us,
Mm-hmm.
sharing your beautiful energy.
Mm-hmm.
And until next time, we wish you so much.
I was Merry
Juiciness.
Christmas.
I wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We miss you
Jessica,
a Merry Christmas.
since everything is happening right now,
Yes,
it
is
must be
Christmas.
Christmas.
It's Christmas
Yeah.
as well. And it's
Alright.
like Christmas is about joy and fun.
Jingle bells.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. The energy more. So Santa Claus was with us today.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Da-da-da-da.
Anyways, okay, we're
Okay.
gonna wrap it up now.
Yes.
Yes, we love you so much. Thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Bye bye.
Much love. Bye bye.